Welcome back to Jenny's Food Network. I should have told you, I should have mentioned to just add the water in after the potatoes are ready. I should have just had you guys just add the water in while the potatoes are put in and leave about 2 inches above from the edge, you know? Not too high because when it boils, it's gonna seep out of the pot, okay? So give yourself about 2 inches from the edge curve to add water up to, then you add your eggs in, okay? So anyways, the purple potatoes kind of turned my eggs kind of purplish. That's why I will not buy purple potatoes, even if they're much healthier because of the dark color of the antioxidants, you know. So here I'm gonna go ahead and add in my tomatoes. So what we should have done was, after you put in the potatoes, go ahead and just add water up to the water line of up to, and give yourself about a 2-inch room, so things don't overflow. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my 1 quart size of tomatoes, which was about 2 whole tomatoes. So I'm going to add that in. And like I said, I don't boil my tomatoes for very long because they start turning into like tomato sauce in hot boiling water. So I'm going to keep it in there for a bit there, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat, okay? So I'll just leave it in there for like 1 minute. I'm gonna set my timer because sometimes I get distracted. I'll leave it in there for a minute. Well, let's make it 2 minutes, okay? Just to heat up the tomatoes a little more. And I'm putting it back on high, okay? Just so it'll start boiling more. And then I'm gonna turn it off, okay? Because sometimes if I don't set my timer, I'll forget and it'll end up overcooking. So while that is on there, I'm gonna go ahead and get a bowl and start getting it ready. Okay, there's just about a minute left. So I'm gonna go ahead, since I'm doing a demo, I'm just gonna go ahead and just scoop some out. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat, okay? Because by now the tomatoes are probably really hot. So I'm gonna turn off the timer now. I think 1 minute's good enough because the soup is, I don't want the tomatoes to get too overly cooked. Okay, here we have it. If you want to taste test, you can, but I'm so used to cooking that I already know how it's gonna taste, okay? Start with like 1 to 2 tablespoons of pancetta first, and then depending on the size of your pot that you're using, and then you go from there. And then you add some, and then you can add some fish sauce and you can decide what flavor you like. Okay, so be creative. Don't be scared. You know, don't be afraid to experiment outside of what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Got some of that yummy egg drop soup with ground turkey with added yummy purple potatoes and red tomatoes. Someone had asked me what flavor does it give off for the purple potatoes. I said there's not much flavor from the potatoes, so I said it's just there for the nutrients, I guess. So here we have some delicious, extremely healthy egg drop soup with some potatoes and with some purple potatoes and red tomatoes. And I'm gonna come zoom in down here to show you what else I'm gonna do next. Okay, while it's really hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add some delicious, already cooked white jasmine rice. Because eating soup like this without the rice, you're gonna get hungry again soon, even though it's fibrous already, but the rice helps make you feel fuller. This is my way of making egg drop soup, okay? The way the restaurants make it is barely nothing much in there. I like mine a little heartier. A lot more good stuff in there. So here we have the eggs, dark purple potatoes, tomatoes, and yummy fresh minced chopped garlic and ginger. And garlic and ginger is a really good home remedy for you when you're sick and stuff, or have sinus congestion. And also when a woman is menstruating, it really helps with bad cramping, okay? So sorry to put that in there, but women, intake your ginger, okay? And here, and just to show you, I'm gonna zoom out. So my soup will be a really good healing process for women, especially if they're going through their, you know what, monthly process, menstruation. Okay, so here we have some chopped kale, okay? Yummy chopped kale. This right here is a, I believe it's a, I think it's a 64 ounce, wait, 20, I think it's like a 94 ounce or 96 ounce. I have, it's like a 4-quart container. So this is actually a lot of kale. So I chopped it up for future use. So what you do is, if you're lazy to cut, make a big batch, okay? And make sure you use it because you don't want them drying out. So just grab some and garnish it. So I'm gonna zoom down, back in. So here you have it. I'm gonna garnish it. Put the kale in fresh, okay? Don't put it into your hot pot of soup. It's gonna overcook it. It's gonna get spoiled. It's gonna look really gross. So here, I just stir it in. The soup is still very hot. That it's just gonna steam cook the kale anyways. If you want some more green kale, which is my favorite, I'm going to add more green kale. If you feel that it's not enough soup, then add more soup. See, it's starting to get thick from the rice already. And my family absolutely loves this type of soup when I make. They really enjoy a lot of the food I cook anyway, so. So you see how it's getting kind of like full, you know? If you want to add more soup, then don't be afraid, add more soup. Zoom back out. Delicious, healthy soup. Very high protein and not too fattening. All right, absolutely delicious. Here we have it. So here we have Jenny's Food Network, delicious, healthy egg drop soup with ground turkey, with added tomatoes, dark purple potatoes, eggs, green kale as a last garnishment topping, and some minced garlic and ginger. This is very yummy, you guys. I wish you guys could just taste this through the camcorder. Thanks for watching. Any questions, send me a message. Have a great day.